Looks like that's going all right. I'm looking at the stats on the stream title, or the stream stuff. I see some of my information did not get updated. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to update the YouTube side of things. It's okay. It won't take very long. It's been a little bit since I played this game. I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena recently. I've been doing the all new set in Arena. It's going all right. I don't exactly have a good deck all set up. It seems like everyone's going for the meta deck, so it's a bit hit and miss in terms of the kind of stuff I do in Arena in general. That do it? That update it? It looks like it updated. Gonna have to refresh the YouTube side of things. Tags, and okay, it looks like everything's good to go. Not my favorite thumbnail, but I mean, ChatGPT was giving me some guff, like some difficulties. I mentioned that I haven't played this game in a little bit. I got a green-white deck going on, just to explain. So I got a bunch of green and white cards, including ones that give me enchantment, you know, decreases, and they get more powerful based on how many creatures are on the board and stuff like that. If I wanted to make a new deck, I would want a specific type. Let me see if I can type it in here. Yeah, here we go. Sapperling. This is the kind of deck that I would probably want to make next. So these guys, I have a fair amount of cards already, and a fair amount of spells already. So we're like kind of there. 14, 9. I mean, we need more cards, but I'm getting there. Also have 200 gold. This always pops up since I started the main quest. When I first get in. I'm over in the Black Magic lands. We're just gonna take a quick look around. Well, here we go. We're taking that. Because that leads into Sapperlings, something I'm looking to get into. Hey, what was that? A sorcery. Put it into the battlefield and learn. Okay, that's the main thing with that one. I guess putting it into the battlefield tapped is still pretty useful. But for 3 mana, damn. I'm just gonna take a quick look and see if there's anything interesting here. Alright, 62 gold. I'm more willing to risk that than 200 gold. Let's take a quick look at our quests. I'm pretty sure we still have that quest where we have to fight a illusionist up north. And yeah, well, we'll see. I also have to check to see if there's any sound. Okay, there it is. Nothing but green mana in hand. Kind of misplayed a little bit, but we'll see. We should be fine. That should give me a good guard to keep him from attacking for a little bit. Also, it's a legendary creature, so I'll be able to use the Mox. 1 mana of any color among the legendary creatures. Oh, so it has... That won't work. Yeah, we're still kind of stuck. I did 5. 2 cards. We'll get rid of this and this. We're doing fine on green mana. We need white mana. Gonna kill his flying creature. And we're gonna eat the food. Doing this to get another food. We'll block this. Made me mill a little bit. We're gonna get the Regalia out. I have 8 HP, so I should be fine to use the Regalia to, like, get some land out. Oh my god, it's another forest. It's looking less and less good. Okay, we got that out now. So we're gonna eat the food token. Get some HP back. And regret having such a small amount of HP. So he's got 7 damage on me. Even if I were to block this guy right here. I can't get the Regalia in play without tapping this, so me getting the Regalia in, I have an idea. May not work out. It's the same situation, because if I attack using this, I create a food token. That'll give me 3 HP, but this will do 3 HP worth of damage. Okay. As expected. And I can't get the Regalia out either way because they're tapped. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Not the worst thing in the world. It just got more stuff out than I was expecting. Plus the fact that I didn't have any white mana really sucked. If I got like a couple of white mana, I would have been able to put that enchantment on my character there, and they would have had lifelink, and that would have pretty much solved everything. Alright, so because we lost that match, we lost half our money. That's one of the main things with Insanity mode. Losses are way worse in Insanity mode. I'm looking for specific enemies while I'm here in Black Mana Land. Specifically, we're looking for a walking mushroom. This place looks weird. I've been here before. I recognize this card specifically. It's one of the sillier cards. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. I've seen a deck that uses those along with Howling Mines to make both players mill as many cards as possible as quickly as possible. It's one of those things where it's like a little bit overwhelming. It's like, I have so many cards in hand, and yet I can't do anything. These are manticores. If I make a mass deck, these manticores would be kind of nice to have. Like, if I defeat these, we should get cards that have a mass mechanics in them. So we'll give this a shot real quick. Get Samwise out. Ruby Medallion, that'd be kind of nice to have. Got the Paladin out. And I believe it's the Mad Mage is what we want. He has 50 HP. That's another reason why Insanity mode is a little bit harder. Freaking everything has so much HP. So, with them having that much HP, we just need to keep consistent board pressure. Got a scry out of that. Afflict 3, I haven't heard of that one. We're gonna throw out Rosie. Enters 1/1, okay. Okay, he's at the point where he can take a hit, but we don't want him to yet. Gain control? Uh-oh. What's inflict? Afflict? Loses 3 HP, got it. We'll block this guy. And I don't want to lose anything else. Next turn we can just throw out the land and then after that eat a bunch of food. Is that what I want to do? I guess we will. And we can't really attack with anything. God damn it. If I don't block, I'm dead. So we got a block. Oh, it's very close to me being dead. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll do that. It'll lose life if you block. Yeah. It's kind of an interesting mechanic. I haven't seen it with any of the more modern sets. I thought Manticores were based off of amassing, which the Manticores I'm familiar with are based off that. Amassing zombie armies. And that one Manticore just kept stealing my boy. I'll have to be more careful if I fight Manticores in the future. Creatures you control have haste. Put a 3/3 colorless golem enchantment artifact creature token onto the battlefield. How's it going, Devin? It's been a bit since I've actually played this game, so I'm still kind of, you know, settling in, I would say. As flying, as long as there are 4 or more card types among the cards in your graveyard. Delirium is an interesting mechanic that made its return with Duskborn. Mount or vehicle spells. That'd be good with this set. Draft available. It is the Final Fantasy set. Oh, do I dare go for it? I started with Insane, yeah. It's interesting, losing all your money whenever you lose, and also everything having more HP. More tedious than anything. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, let's go for it. I do have a gold challenge coin. Yeah, let's go with the gold challenge coin. And we'll enter this. Game. There it goes. Alright. What do we want? Laughing Mad. We could try to go for a Chocobo deck. Adventurer's End is pretty useful just in general. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. Okay. Elixir is pretty decent as well. Is it drafting against bots? Yeah. I think my best bet is to go for a Chocobo thing, probably red. Search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it onto your hand, and then shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with the landfall, and you can flashback this so you can play it multiple times. I think I'll go with this. Coral Sword. I know Quinn is pretty useful because I use them in my arena deck. Dire Rat, I'm gonna have to remember that exists, just in general. Search your library for a land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Whenever a land you own enters, another creature gets 2/2 and trample until the end of the turn. Seems like it would be pretty good if we're going for a green-red thing. Cactar, ride the shoot buff. Chocobo Kick. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a target creature an opponent controls. If this was kicked, deals twice that much damage. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. That could be pretty good with the Adventurer's Inn, if I'm being completely honest. We can also grab something to destroy target artifact, enchantments, or creatures. Control, create a 2/2 green bird token. That's pretty damn good too, honestly. I'll be honest, it's kind of good. We are drafting against bots. The last time I tried to do one of these drafts, I got kicked. I got completely destroyed. We'll go with the racetrack. I know Haste Magic is pretty good. Fat Chocobo. 2/2, and then everything has trample until the end of the turn. Prowess. Attacks create a black wizard token. Create a black wizard token with, okay. I like haste. I like haste magic because it gives me a little bit of deck control. But I think I'll go with Fat Chocobo because it does kind of fit the bird thing we got going on so far. Tifa. Thunder magic. There's a town. 2 damage to target, 4 damage, or 8 damage. I haven't experimented with these like tiered spells yet. Realm Sketches is pretty good, but it's outside of the mana type that we're going for. I think we'll go with Tifa, if nothing else, to see if we can keep her after the draft is over. I'll take another Call the Mountain Chocobo. Adventurer's Inn would be really nice to have, honestly. I think we'll go with that. Ooh, Warrior of Light. Every mana type? What? Get plus X is a number of legendary creatures. Okay. I never noticed this card from the new set. Maybe I missed it. Everything else doesn't quite fit what we're going for, so we're just gonna go for a forest. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards with flashback. I've used something similar to this called Seize the Prize, which is pretty damn good for deck control. At the same time, I do kind of want another one of these. We could use a ring here to mana ramp. It's 4 mana, adds 2 mana per turn. Or we can go for Gallows Final Act. I guess there's a lot of stuff that would be useful here. Yeah, those cards are cool art, or reprints, but they've been given like a Final Fantasy name. Yeah, yeah. I think I remember seeing like something like yeah, I have seen that already. Ristic Study has one of those currently. Until the end of the turn, target creature gets 1/0, and when this creature dies, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to one target creature. Or do I go for Mana Ramp? I think Mana Ramp is the way to go. And we'll take the Airship Crash as well, just to help suppress Haste Magic, because I know that that's pretty useful. Although 3/2 Warrior. No, I'll take the Haste Magic. And we will take the land and Blazing Bomb. And that's the first pack down. Let's see here. Another ring. The other side quest for Chocobos. Yoshal rings. And another fat Chocobo. Yoshal greens. Excuse me, I can't speak. I think we take the side quest. I know that this one is probably like what the AI. We're definitely going to be seeing this. The AI use this one. Balthier and Fran. Oh, counterspell. Vehicles you control get 1/1 and have vigilance and reach. Whenever a vehicle crewed by these two attack, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, you may pay 3 mana. If you do after this phase, there's an additional combat. Could go for this Chocobo. I know this one is really powerful if you give it the right stuff. I'm torn between this and Balthier. I think Balthier and Fran really work if we have like a vehicle, which we do not. So we're going for the Chocobo. I've used this one already a little bit. It's pretty decent. It has a tap plus a mana to exile creatures and cards in general to generate food tokens. Pretty useful, honestly. Although it's not the best way to go about doing that thing, which is exiling things. Instant Ramen. Draw a card when it enters, sacrifice to gain 3 life. Oh, they did add the Sandworm. I was thinking, like, are they going to add the Sandworm? Like, leading up to the release. When this creature enters, destroy target land. Its controller may search for a library for a basic land and put it on the battlefield. It's okay. We can get another one of these. Might be worth. Lunatic Pandora. Surveils and destroy target non-land permanent, so it's a little bit of suppression. Oh crap. Nothing in the colors that we want, so we'll take a Magic Pot. No, we'll take a Monk's Fist first. And we got Chocobo Kick, Balam T Rexar, and the Scout. You control to its owner's hand. Equal to its power. Okay. Enters, you gain 3 life, has 4 cycling and trample. We'll go with Chocobo Kick, because it kind of synergizes with everything we're doing. Also, multiple SIDs in this little set. You may discard a card if you do draw a card, and okay. We'll go with Ifrit. Poo-Poo's pretty decent. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So if I've already used up all of my like land drops during a turn, I could tap this to put down another land. There's also Iron Giant, the Scout. That's about it in the colors that we want. Let's go with the Scout, actually. Target creature gets 3/3 and gains trample until the end of the turn. That could be pretty good, especially since we have Tifa. We'll take another ring because we want the mana ramp. Got lucky and cut a Cactar as well. At the beginning of your end step, if this creature didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to the owner's hand. And I guess Blazing Bomb. Magic Pot. We'll go with an island because there's no way to get anything else out here. And that, yeah. And we're on to our third pack. So we're almost done drafting. AI really likes this card. You can see the weight that the AI gives each of these cards in the center of the card themselves. Chocobo Kick, Thunder Magic, Warrior Sword. Draw a card, then discard a card. Magitech Infantry. X damage to any target, create a 3/3 or a 2/2 green token. That could be good. As a way to like counteract some things. Another fat Chocobo, we didn't get the last one. More Sid. Surveil, you get 2 life if the spell is cast from the graveyard, transform it. That's not what we want. Oh, you just click it. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, put it into your hand. Add 2 mana. Other creatures you control get 2/2. Yeah, we're getting that. Let's go ahead and get that. I would love to get this, but it doesn't really fit my deck at the moment. You may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control. Put a 1/1 counter onto Garnet for each lore counter removed in this way. Damn it, that's really good. If I can keep these cards after this whole draft, that would be very good to have. But I think it's a situation where we need to win the draft. At least one round of the draft to keep these cards. In my graveyard. We don't have very many instants or sorceries, if I remember correctly. We'll take Laughing Mad, actually, because this allows me to, you know, discard and redraw a few things. I like the idea of Gyoshal. Garnet is very good, yes. I do know that Garnet is very good, especially if you have a Saga-based deck. Tifa's Limit Break is also very good. Partially because it's a 1-cost plus 2/2 by default. And then it gets even stronger if you have more mana. We could also do this. Not too expensive to get out there in terms of mana. Equal to the number of towns I control. That's not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but that the extra blocker is really nice. You may play these until the next turn. 1 or 2 target creatures get 2/0 until the next turn. Okay. I think we're going with the Fat Chocobo. Equipped creature has double strike. Untap it after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Okay. Pretty decent. Especially if you can easily get it out and get it equipped to something that's good. We can get this guy as a mana nerd. Or we can get this for the extra 1/1s put onto our boys. I think I'm gonna go with Ride the Shoe Puff. It adds more landfall mechanics for a pretty cheap price, if I'm being completely honest. Adventures End, every time I see it, I'm like really tempted to get it. Because it's 2 life, it's counted as a town, it's just generally kind of useful, especially if you have multiple of them. But I think we'll go with the T-Rex just to have a big boy. Ooh, one of my favorite of the new set, Unexpected Request, is you could do some silly shit with it. Gain control of a target creature until the end of the turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste. You may attach an equipment you control to that creature. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of the next end step. Essentially, this allows you to use one of the enemy's creatures against them, and then equip any piece of equipment that you want to them as you're using it against them. So it could be something weak, like a 1/1 piece of equipment, or it could be something really strong, like that Masamune or the Buster Sword or something like that. So essentially it's a free equip to a monster you don't control. It's really, really good. I think I'm gonna grab it though. Yeah. Random encounter. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. At the beginning of the next end step, return those creatures to their owner's hand and flashback. That sounds really good, and it probably is very good because it doesn't mention anything about any limitations on the mana costs for those monsters. So you could technically run 4 of these and do that a bunch of times. Issue, it's really expensive. It's like crazy expensive. But if you can get over that expense and you have something like Cerberus on the field, you could do that multiple times in one turn, which would be pretty silly. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature, blow up. Honestly, just having a 1/1 on the field in general early on would be really nice. Iron Giant is also a pretty decent one if you can cheat its cost. 7 cost. We'll take this because I can see that being pretty good in the right circumstances. Whenever a land you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Return target saga card with mana value X from your graveyard to your battlefield. Gains haste. Activate only as a sorcery. We're taking this because it fits my deck relatively well. All those chocobo summons I got in there. We'll take another Laughing Mad for deck control. We will take Haste Magic. Still kind of wizard you control. Well, we'll take Haste Magic. Opera Love Song is pretty decent. Exile 2 top cards or give a buff to our damage. Yeah. Well, we're taking this because it's red. We'll take this because we have no choice. So we'll do 1 of each of these. And then can I like, there we go. Feels like that's not very much. 8, 7, 1, 1, 1. I double clicked this to automatically spread it out. I'll add 1 more mountain to this. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good draft. A red-green deck that focuses on landfall. Yeah. Got that. We'll see what happens. My goal is to win at least one of these. That's a lot of land. I can make this work. Cool thing is I'm pretty familiar with these cards because I went through that whole process. Oh, and they start with the same amount of HP as me, so it's actually going to be easier than, you know, normal. Okay. If a spell is kicked, deals twice that much damage. We're at 4 mana. We need 2 more on the field before we can deploy this. Cancel. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Cancel. And this guy is just a wizard. Enters and attacks, draw a card, and discard a card. Enchantment, creature with flying. Okay. If I do the Chocobo kick, I would have to return a land to my hand, which wouldn't be great. So we're just going to hold off and let them continue. God damn it. We could force cycle, but that's not really all that useful if I'm being completely honest. Honestly, we could do Chocobo kick and then double up to kill this boy. And then blow it up. Gets 1-1 or 1-0 equal to its. I mean, it's kind of a waste, but it's a way of going about doing this. And then get rid of his specialty. Get rid of one of these lands. There we go. And then we attack. He didn't block it, that's fine. I'll be honest, he's still winning. He's especially winning because I don't have black mana there. I'm gonna have to start blocking. Yeah. Just a bit too expensive for me at the moment. 1 more mana and I'll be able to get that dinosaur down, and I'll keep him from attacking for a little bit. So we'll throw that out. Cancel that. Now we throw that out. He countered it. Damn it! We are doomed. Okay. The good thing is it's a best out of 3. So we got a forest to put out the Chocobo. We got this to get the other Chocobo out, and we also have Magic Pot, so should be good to go. For a little bit at least. So our small Chocobo is going to be getting more and more powerful. And the already grown Chocobo is gonna get pretty powerful too. Well, temporarily anyway. Well, there goes a small Chocobo. When he dies, create a treasure token. He can also exile target cards from graveyards. Okay. We're gonna discard the Rex. Just a bit too expensive for me to play at the moment. We've got the racetrack, nice. That's actually really good. Sacrifices a creature, we'll get rid of that. Can I get this out? Cool. And then we throw that down. It'll create a new Chocobo. Okay. This boy's about to be overwhelmed with birds. Let's go ahead and throw out the fat Chocobo. And then the inn, which will heal me slightly. Everyone generated more bird tokens. Also, where did this one come from? Okay, this one came from the fat one. Okay, got it. And then we alpha strike with these. I'm not too worried about losing birds at the moment. Black Chocobo came in. When a permanent whenever you land enters, birds you control get +1/0. Select a card from my library. Guess we'll go with Gongaga. Interesting. Oh, also, this guy's about to die. With how many we got going out now. But where did that... Oh, when this enters, put a land onto the field. Got it. Okay. When that transforms, rather. Okay, we won that one. Not bad. We got Haste, Request, the Scout, in Rydia. Rydia's kind of weak considering what we got going on, but I mean, her landfall mechanic may be actually pretty useful. Also, I think the music stopped, so let me take a quick look into that. Okay. I don't know how audible the music is for you guys. Right, the shoot buff. We don't have any red mana. So I guess we're putting out Ride the Shoop-Off. Yeah, there's a red mana. This putting that 1/1 tokens out is really nice. I think we could. We could force him to take some hits from this. Or we can grab Rydia. Rydia's not that good for this situation, though. Let's do the bomb. And then we attack with this. It's gonna be a race, actually, because he has 2 flying units. We're gonna put the bit right there. I'm gonna steal his boy. Attack with everything. He has 9 HP left. It's getting a little bit more cautious. We're gonna throw out this. Makes this 5/4. We don't have enough mana for that. Sacrifice, it deals damage equal to its power to a target creature, only as a sorcery. Next turn I could haste magic this, and then blow it up to take out one of the flyers. If I attack with this, it will probably kill the relentless X-Hat thing. Yeah. And they don't have enough damage to be lethal. Getting rid of Rydia, she's less important. I don't have enough mana for this. I don't have enough mana for that either. Does this add trample? No, it doesn't. And this bird doesn't have trample either. This bird doesn't have trample either. I lose this one. Very unfortunate. Okay, well. Fin Booster. So I didn't get the deck that I came up with there, by the way. All I got was a booster from the set. Still nice, but not what we're looking for. We got Brynhilder. Zach. One of the towns. Two of the towns. Ramen. Damn. I would have really liked to keep that deck, by the way. Well, that's the second time I've done a full draft, and that I died immediately trying to do it. That was the only token that I had, by the way, the only gold token that I had. So if I want to try to do another one of those, I would have to get 50 gems is the best way of doing that. What's this place? Autonomous Factory. The gems aren't all that difficult to get because, you know, they're just laying around in a lot of these sites. And you get them for doing battles as well. Every so often. Sometimes you don't get all that much out of battles, but sometimes you get a bunch, so... Alright, let's return to our normal deck. And see if we can defeat at least this guy that's blocking the way here. It's gonna be an artifact deck. Okay. All we need, about all we need is a white mana here. Okay, cool. Grove, white mana. And then we can throw out the Fall of the Imposter, which is gonna be pretty good because it'll kill off... Ah, damn it. Never mind. Buyback 3. We should be able to afford that. Yeah. So we could just start producing soldier tokens using Recruit the Worthy. It costs 1 mana normally, but there's a buyback that if you do the buyback, it'll just stay in your hand after you cast it. So it's kind of expensive for a 1/1, but it's better than having no creatures on board. In another couple of turns, this will kill off whatever he's got going on here. Not worried about that damage. And we could do Sarah's Embrace on him to give him flying, vigilance, and lifelink, and I think that will make it pretty much impossible for the enemy to defeat me at the moment. Should have blocked that. Let's see here. Throw this out. We're gonna Banishing Light. Get this. And we'll just keep attacking. This will keep my HP high. Why am I not getting HP? This has lifelink, right? Flying and vigilance. Shit. I thought that had lifelink. Make that so it can't attack. And how much mana? We got a little bit. So we're kind of waiting for sacrifice that somehow. Okay, not looking great. If you control no Thopters other than Thopter Assembly, return it to its hand and create 5/1/1s. Well, we're destroying this. We're kind of screwed, honestly. Man, I really thought that had freaking lifelink attached to it. That's okay. Yeah, he's attacking with everything because he knows that even if I were to block everything, I wouldn't be able to block enough to, like, save my life. That's okay. And we'll hold off on going in there again because we're not at max HP. So one good thing is you don't lose crystals whenever you lose a match. You do lose money, though. Let's keep poking around. Jumpstart 2022. Jumpstarts are pretty easy and cheap to get into. They don't require too many gems, like 5 gems, which is like nothing. I haven't been doing too many of them because I kind of have a decent deck that I'm pretty happy with currently. And you can't sell jumpstart cards, by the way, is something I've noticed. What the hell? Dinosaurs, okay. The investigation one. You can't take quests in this game as well. The main benefit of quests, other than the pay them itself, which is usually 500 gold, the main benefit is that you get a small discount in the place that you do the quests in. So it's a really small discount. But I mean, if you do multiple quests there, it can really add up. Okay, we actually got some decent cards in the starting hand here. So we got Samwise, we got the King, we also have the Knights of the Round. So we could probably make this work pretty well. Samwise generates a food token whenever a legendary creature... He just stole my shit. You control enchanted land. That son of a bitch. That real big son of a bitch. Oh, man. Alright, we'll eat this. I didn't even know that a card like that existed. This is... Well, there he goes. He stole another one of my cards. Pretty stuck until we get more mana. Enters gain control as long as you control the Mind Flayer. It's that son of a bitch taking the land. I could Banishing Light him if I get one more mana. And we should get rid of something. Knights of the Round is too expensive. Oh, he took another land. And the land I'm getting is a tapped land. Took another land. God, I'm glad that spells like that don't exist in Standard at the moment. That can easily be countered by using counter spells and stuff like that. That whole land stealing thing. We could also run a card like Cease and Desist, I think is what it's called. Where Desist, that side of the card actually blows up any enchantments on the field. Just all of them. So I would get all my lands back and we'd be back to a pretty good state. It's just the only issue with that card is it's like 6 mana to actually use. I played the wrong land. We'll block with a plant token. Just to, you know, get that done. I suppose we can do both of these. Cancel that, do Halfling, and then the Song. And this won't give me enough mana to summon in the Regalia yet, but I'm pretty close. I'll block with the cat, because this cat has Embalm on it. Regalia has haste, so I can just go ahead and get it to the front right away and attack. And what it does is it allows me to put another land onto the field. This is a snow user? Wait, hold on. Snow lands. Oh, God. It says regeneration. Lots of it, too. Vigilance and trample and immortality. Nothing I can do with that. And if I tap using the Regalia, I'd lose kind of what I got going on here. So we're just going to do this. He regenerated. Everything has death touch. That's not good. Man, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm remembering how this game goes. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control. Circle of Protection. Whenever he enters the battlefield or becomes tapped, put a 1/1 on each creature you control with toughness less than the number of basic lands among the lands you control. Bit too expensive. Oh, is that a Saga shop? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, nothing I'm interested in yet. No. But I mean, if I re-roll this, there's a pretty decent chance there'll be something in here. Exile a permanent from your graveyard. You gain life equal to its mana value. Put a number of 1/1 on target creature equal to the mana value of the exiled card. Return this particular card and exiled card to their owner's hand. So essentially, this is a get something out of your graveyard thing, but it takes 3 turns to do so. But in the meantime, it actually does pretty good things like I gain life, I gain 1/1 to counters, and then I get the card that was originally used for. So let's say I did this for Knights of the Round, that'd be like 9 mana and 9 1/1 tokens. 9 life and 9 1/1 tokens. Alright. I think my quest log is full is the only issue. We need to start completing some of these quests. Clear the old sewers. That's going to be really hard. Travel to the Blue Tower. We've been there. That place is a nightmare. Begin the search. Travel to this place. Okay. And hunt a merfolk avatar. I could have sworn I've already done that. I think there's 2 quests in my list that are bugged, if I'm being completely honest. Artist talent? It's not my favorite talent in the world. I think my favorite talent is probably Scavenger's talent. I know that there are some really powerful green talents, but something about Scavenger's talent. Oh my god, the Soul Cauldron! Yes! Okay, this is where we're gonna abandon a quest. Also, is that Summoning Station? Nice. But the Soul Cauldron is just amazing. Alright, on the hunt. Abandon quest. Yes, abandon quest. This one as well. Hunt down that, abandon that one. Alright. And let me just double check this. Yeah, this one also says that it's still around. Dead Man's Rest. Also, I noticed that I got some minus reputation for taking the paper. So I think this is it right here. No, it's not. That's the... What the hell? Find the caravan, slimy business. So is it this one down here? Part of the champion. That was in Black Mana territory. To be the champion of Dead Man's Rest Arena, so I just have to win an arena. I hope it's free because I don't have any money. It is not free. I didn't even know that this was a quest type. So we're gonna have to fight some stuff out here in order to get the money for this. Good news is my deck is actually really good against, like, the undead. I'm assuming because I have a 0-3 win rate against this particular enemy. Alright. Enter tapped. We want green. Get the mocks out. Whenever one or more dies, creates a 2/2 black creature. Okay. Good news is I think he's getting mana screwed. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this. And we'll eat the food token because we may need the food down the line. May need the HP down the line is what I meant to say. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It just has stuff that's useful built into it. The others are like, there's use in them, but there's also like some drawbacks to all the other ones. We'll put Reach onto this guy because he has Vigilance, and they'll probably not actually block this. Ooh, the Horse. That's a pretty interesting card. It's a card that automatically goes over to the enemy side and starts producing soldier tokens for me every turn. So every turn this will produce a 1/1 soldier token for me. And we will not attack because this will kill me. Menace. They'll probably attack. I'm gonna take the hit. There's a lot of tokens coming up. And we're gonna use Take Vengeance to kill this thing off. He's got a new Ghoulish Procession out, that's not good. We're gonna hold off. I didn't think he would attack because he's scared of my paladin. We could do this, Flying and Vigilance, or we could get this out. No, we can't. We could get this out. That'll increase everyone's damage as well. One or more non-token creature dies. Got it. Alright, I think we're good to attack. Do we want a treasure token or target creature cannot attack? Doesn't have anything scary, so we'll go with that treasure token. Also procs my Rosie doing that. Still throwing out creatures. Enchantments. We'll go ahead and throw this out. And then we'll toss this onto... Weirdly enough, the plant token. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Kind of surprising, actually. I guess that makes sense. I haven't been pulling that much mana. He will eventually have to start, like... He'll eventually have to start blocking. Starting next turn. Me generating soldier tokens off of this horse is keeping me ahead in terms of like him wanting to attack. This guy makes my enchantments cheaper, and now I'm drawing cards per enchantment I put down. So I mean, it's pretty decent synergy just between those two cards. Exile 2 cards of your library. You may play them or create 2/1/1 black skeletons. I think I'll do the black skeletons. We're buffing up our plant token because we do need another thing on the field that is acting as a blocker as well. Otherwise he may exile this boy and take out my entire ability to protect myself. Throw Sarah out. Buff that up. Sarah's going to be a 3/3 for a turn and then become a enchantment creature in here in a moment. Excuse me, I can't speak. And we're going to make that plant token flying now. That forest out. Still having a hard time choosing what to do. Also, someone just sent me a message. Who's sending me messages? Ah, it's a bot. I have a bot in my Discord that tells me when games are free. The creatures you control get 1/1. I can search for a card using this card. And we're going to go with the king. We're going to see if we can throw out the king. Okay, that was a little awkward. Create a 2/2. Gains death touch. Shit. He's still not attacking, so we should be fine. Okay, throw out the king. And we'll power him up. So the king is giving us one additional HP and power. So is this, and so is this. So all of my guys, I mean, this is usually a 2/2. This is usually a 1/1. Like everything is being buffed up significantly. So we should be good to actually do an alpha strike now. This should just be the end of them. Yep. Falcon Abomination. The battlefield create a 2/2 black creature token with Decayed. Okay. Plus 88 gold, which is what we needed. Alright, now we have to just win the arena, which I've done before, which would be very useful to do again. Especially since this arena will, if I do win it, I'll get 1,000 gold out of it. Because the 500 gold, that's part of the actual arena win, and then another 500 from the quest. We got the Regalia. It's an interesting card. Not something I can really do anything against. Oh, also their HP and my HP are matched the normal game. which is not good. Exile target for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it. Costs 2 more to play. Okay. So I could technically get it into the field right now, but kind of not worth. We'll get Rosie. She's gonna help power up my cards. That's not good. A flying 5/5. Really not good. You could eat the food. Use Divine Favor. I'll eat the food and use Divine Favor. That gets my HP back up a little bit. And we'll see what I draw next. Oh, there goes my boy. Oh god, one of these? Oh, I'm so screwed. Okay. Okay. Well, we need another 100 gold. I'm surprised that Vampire had access to that Bloomburrow, like, mythic card. What that Bloomburrow card does is, it basically balances out the board in your favor. So, if the enemy, when that card comes out, if the enemy has more cards than you, it has you draw more cards. If they have more life than you, you gain some life back. And if, there's one other thing. I think if they have more creatures than you, you generate a few creature tokens. It's pretty good. It will only get you back on par with the enemy a lot of the time, but I mean that's pretty, like, that's a pretty big swing if it does actually happen, you know? Yeah, I got a problem. I'm getting a lot of not lands at the moment. There we go. Whenever is dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 green insect tokens into play. Okay. I don't think they'll be flying, so I should be fine. Didn't block it. Still not blocking. Did he attack himself? Also, he's attacking with a pretty thick boy. Ninjutsu. Ah, shit. Also, I didn't know that there was green ninjutsu freaking things. I could eat the food and block with, like, the plant token. I can also Banishing Light and then eat the food. Yeah, I'm gonna Banishing Light. Actually, I can't eat the food if I Banishing Light. Well, whatever. And we're gonna keep a monster or a creature in reserve to block any ninjas. Okay. He did not send them after me this time. Let's get this guy out. His damage is, his HP and damage is based off of how many creatures are on the field. And then I'm gonna put lifelink onto him. So he'll heal me whenever he attacks. And then we'll just attack with this character. Now that I know he has ninjutsu, I have to be a little bit more careful. We're gonna spend a turn eating. Just so he doesn't just like sneak out something. And we'll attack with these two. Actually, we'll just attack with this one. Yeah, so he's doing 7/7 because when it gets tapped, he gets 1/1 until the end of turn for each untapped creature you control. So there's 3, so I got 3. And I got a bunch of HP back. Swarm Lord. I don't know, I think I have this guy. Let's do Follow the Imposter. Buff this guy up a little bit. We'll also get nothing else out because I'm out of mana.
Noah Turk.
I just got some work. Hold on a sec. That's gonna pop
accepted.
up.
Noah Turk.
That's no good. What kind of work is this? 20 centers? Oh shit. This is kind of how I make my fucking rent. So, I don't want to stop the stream. This work is pretty decent. I stopped the script, so it's not going to pop up again. So you guys won't hear it. But I may, after this particular match, take a small break to get this stuff done. Usually these last like maybe 10-15 minutes. Get the paladin out. He just has good stats in general. And we'll make this guy have reach. Nope, not enough mana. We haven't been drawing too much mana this time, but that's fine. We might be within range of like just doing a big push here. Not just because I want to do these tasks. Freaking... There we go. Dawn of a New Age wouldn't be too bad to get out. Shoot Swarm. Yeah, I know this one's a little bit tricky. Because it can, like, duplicate itself and then just overwhelm me with just a shit ton of stuff. Also, I just exiled his biggest creature. Okay. And we are going to do an Alpha Strike. Okay, okay. Draw this out, give you reach, and then we Alpha Strike again. And we'll delve into the tomb again, get some small benefit. Treasure token, that's fine with me. There's those insect tokens I kept forgetting about. I have 53 HP. Even if he does a full-on attack, I'll kill him next round. Although he does have some infect going on, too. I've used up all my mana. Almost said ammo. We're gonna put the planes out there. Oh god. Oh god. This is looking worse and worse for me, actually. Okay, good news, we got Flowering of the White Tree, which is really nice because it gives all my guys more damage. Oh god, I have 6 infection counters. There goes my big boy. Nothing we can do against flying creatures. Exile. Paradox Zone. I can't play that, I guess. Paradox Zone is out. I'm as good as dead. He's gonna attack with all those infect creatures real quick. Damn it! I was so close. Alright. Yeah, not many of these posted, so we're just gonna do those real quick. 200 of these tasks posted, and yeah, they pay alright. I do not have a BRB or anything like that worked into the stream, so I'm just gonna be chilling here with you guys. If you guys have any questions about the deck or what we got going on and what our goals are, at the moment we're just trying to make enough money to do an arena. If we can get into an arena, there's a chance that we'll be able to actually complete the arena and complete a quest. That'll give us a bunch of money, reputation out of town, which is selling a card that we want, and also a piece of equipment from the arena itself if we fully complete the arena. And we do need equipment. That's good equipment is kind of just really needed for this the whole situation, because let's say we get a piece of armor, like a chest piece. That's like 3 HP that we start off with at the beginning of every match, and that additional 3 HP is pretty tasty. Now, one thing I could do is give up the plant token that I have on the field at the beginning of every one of these matches. If I do that, I could increase my starting HP by 3. The issue is that plant token really fits into what we're trying to do, which is usually getting a lot of creatures out all at once. A lot of my cards are based off of having a lot of individual creatures on the field. That last match we lost because we just let them get too many enchantments onto the board that brought back too many creatures, and they just had a bit too much on the board for just increasing the value of all their stuff. I've already made like $3. Holy shit, these are so good. Shit, I hit the mic. I also have a drink here that I'm kind of taking sips off of. How's the music volume? I don't know if anyone here is willing to let me know, but how's the volume on the music? I didn't realize this until I started playing this game. It feels like Magic is really like the guys who design Magic and stuff. They kind of flip-flop between what green-white does from set to set. It feels like. Feels like there's different like main mechanics for green and white, like multicolor, from one set to another. So I've been using a lot of creatures that increase their power base off of how many creatures are on the battlefield with the things I got in my deck currently. But like, there are other sets that are more based off of having lots of mana, for example, instead of lots of creatures. And that little bit of amount of work has already disappeared.
Hit accepted. Noah Turk.
Is usually green white is usually token aggro or go wild or something. Really, I guess that makes sense.
Hit accepted. Noah Turk.
Okay, I've initiated the script again for picking these up automatically. We may hear a little bit of it over the next like 5 minutes. But yeah, the main batch has already disappeared. It was a very small batch that was posted, apparently. I did make $5 off of it though, in like no time, so I'm definitely gonna have to keep an eye out for that particular task again. But yeah, I can see token aggro being the thing. I assume that's why those one cards that I've been using to generate tokens have been working so well. Alright, we're back in the game. And this in particular has been working out very well because all I do is throw it out and it starts generating me 1/1 white soldier tokens every turn. That's also why this is really useful as well, because it creates 3 tokens every single turn it's out. It's just really expensive to get onto the field, you know? When I saw GW, I was like, Games Workshop? But then I realized it's Green Line. Yeah, I think we're doing all right with this. There's a few like individual cards that are just straight up win conditions on their own, like Paradox Zone. That's a win condition on its own. But outside of that, like, yeah, it's pretty decent. I've been having some mana issues though, and it's kind of weak against anything with flying.
Hit accepted. No a Turk.
Fuck. Now, there's a few cards that don't really fit the overall like theme of this deck that are in this. I'd like to get those swapped out eventually. Also, this has no mana. This has even less mana than that last one. I can work with this. That's not good. A 1 mana may have this create with a 1/1 counter on it. It can't block as long as it has a 1/1 counter on it. And that's what he did. So that can't block. That's like the best thing he could have done. That sucks. And I also played my manas in a bad order. Same thing with this one. You can at least get rid of that one. And I'll have to block this next one. Okay, we're still in trouble because he has a flying unit with lifelink. Oh, he killed me with a bolt to the face. He bolted my face. Let's get healed because we did start that with less health than normal. You know what's kind of surprising? I haven't seen a bat deck yet. Like a straight up bat deck. Because I think all the bats I've... Shit! All the bats I've seen so far are all vampires. But like, bat decks exist. Like, Bloomburrow had a problem with bat decks. Nothing I can really do? Nothing I can really do? I can at least do this and hope for something really cheap. Knotville Paladin would probably be my best bet, or this, which generates food tokens. I think Knotville Paladin is my best bet. And we'll toss Sarah. Taking him some time to get his whole situation set up over there. What's this do? Draw a card and you lose 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do draw a card and you lose 2 life. So he's kind of like card milling himself to get decent cards out. 3, 4. Shit! No. Cancel that. Yeah, there's a lot of problems here. It has menace. So if I put something down, he'll just fight his way through it and kill me. If I do this, I'll get 1 HP. That means I'll survive the next round. Unless he transforms that and attacks with that. Okay, I'm dead. Eye twitch. Huh. That'll heal me for 1 HP per turn. And I'm still dead. Just a bit unfortunate that I got cornered there. I think that's the first full death I've ever had. Alright, we need 100 gold. And I don't want to sell cards because the most I can get out of a card sale is like 15, 25, and that's like the rarest cards possible that you'd have to throw at it. Okay. The trick with Falcons, if you have decks that are not good at dealing with flying units, is to basically just overwhelm them with the amount of stuff that you can throw out. Because Falcons only have like 1 damage to them. So a lot of the birds that they try to get out... Oh wow, that's an interesting one. A lot of the birds that they try to get out are going to be very weak. That being said, we need to make sure that they don't make them more powerful, so we're going to destroy that. What is this? It has vigilance. Okay. Alright, we're going to get the king out. We're going to get this out, because this heals me once it runs out of counters on it. And we're going to attack. Because we can't block. Throw this out, that'll increase the damage of everything I have. Get the Regalia out, that'll give me more mana. We'll throw this out. Throw out the cat. The cat's up to 4/4. Hot damn. Oh, it's because of this. And this, and this, so... Hot damn. Now we can put lifelink onto another thing, and we're up to 10 HP, so that's good. Now these two are going to give me some HP back. I'm also going to get the Regalia out, and tap my plant token to get the Regalia onto the field. That'll give me some more land down here. And I'm up to 14 HP, and he's down to 7, so things are looking pretty good. We don't have enough mana for that yet, but maybe after we... I fucked it up. I was gonna say maybe after we do the Regalia stuff, but it didn't work out. We're fine. We're killing his units, and we're basically just forcing him back. Yes, we do have enough mana for that now. So now we got the Knights of the Round summoning in these guys per turn, and they're extra powerful. And we'll just Alpha Strike all of them. The only issue with fighting birds is you're going to get a lot of birds. You're going to be getting a lot of birds. A land with cycling? Huh. Yeah, the birds aren't so hard to take out. But the cards that they have are basically worthless in terms of sell value and I mean, you could make a classic bird deck out of them, I suppose. And we got the Sacred Cat out. That's good. Gonna let him go through. Gonna equip the Sacred Cat with that, just so that you can actually block a little bit better and attack a little bit better. Whoops. We could take Vengeance, but honestly, killing this, not that, I mean, not even worth. Alright, cool. We want green. Now allow me to use the Call, Paladin, get closer to using that. Someone's sending me messages on the old Discord. A lot of messages. What the hell is that thing? Okay. We could throw this one out, and then next turn use Run Over in order to finish it off. I could attack and survive using the Sacred Cat. Yeah. Mostly doing that for the HP. I'm gonna block with the plant token. Getting quite a few tokens out. We'll run over. And we'll Dawn of the New Age, just get some HP and some additional card draw. And we will attack with the Sacred Cat. Okay, cool. I guess that makes sense for them to do. Make sure he goes down. Now it's just a bunch of 1/1s, which not that big of a deal. It's a lot of doggos. Not quite at the point where I can do the Knights of the Round. Let's get this guy down. I got some HP back from the new Dawn doing stuff. The enemy is taking longer and longer to do their turns because they have to consider what they want to do with every one of their cards individually. Also, uh-oh. He has a Planeswalker out. Man, he got another one of these down? Is he like... Yeah, he's using this to do that. Let's go ahead and seek a creature. And we'll do the king, because he's pretty good at buffing up all the units, and also he can generate 1/1s on his own. It's a bit expensive for him to do that. It costs 5 mana. I have to remember that this guy can put +2/2 until the end of the turn, so if he does attack with Mowo, he could kill one of my guys. Let's just focus on generating more tokens here. He's got 2 cards in hand. Ah, the horse. Nice. So we'll be able to throw that into here, and that will generate us some tokens per turn. And we're gonna make it so he can't he can't use it to block. Trample and lifelink. Okay. So yeah, now this is the amount of soldiers we have is just going to keep going up, just kind of passively. 6, 7, just one more mana and we can do the Knights of the Round. Hey. We're kind of at the point where we can just start going like face and just start throwing nothing but tokens at him. I think that's what I'll do too. We'll just throw nothing but tokens and the knights at him. Hey. That's also very good. Also, why did that only cost 2 mana? Spell costs 1 less for each knight you control. Ah, these count for that. These knight tokens. All right, let's attack using all the tokens. This character or this creature gives additional toughness. For everything that's attacking. Just 1. I mean, sometimes it gets you out of trouble. Plus, it has really good stats on its own for its cost. So now we got the horse generating tokens for us, and also Knights of the Round generating tokens for us. Honestly, we could probably just do an Alpha Strike next round, and that should finish this off. The music has stopped. He's gonna block as much as he can with those dog tokens, but it's just not gonna be enough. I do like the trick of putting the fog onto the horse, because this makes it so that they can't attack or block, and the horse just benefits me so much that the only way to get rid of the horse is to attack his own creatures, and I don't think the AI would ever do that. It's a nice little trick. 115 gold. Hey, we got what we wanted. Also, a couple of dual lands that fit our themes. Alright, back to the swamp. Let's take a quick look at our deck. What doesn't fit? The cat somewhat doesn't fit, but like it has lifelink, and if we have any of the creatures like this guy or anything that gives it additional strength, it's just really way too useful. Man, basically all of these cards have gotten me out of bad situations. Hero's Blade is kinda eh. It could be really good in a different, situation, but... yeah, we'll get rid of Hero's Blade. I'm kind of on the fence about this one as well. Its biggest thing is it allows me to put a land onto the battlefield, and then when it gets flipped, it actually has some really good stats. The issue is just the amount of mana it takes to actually get it out and then get it to flip. But come to think about it, it does really keep the AI at bay whenever it does transform into the owlbear. Recruit the Worthy is kind of iffy. Funnily enough, even though I like this card quite a bit, it's still kind of iffy on this one. Okay, we'll go with what have we got there. Is that a vampire? Man, I keep getting vampires in here. It's a high vampire. Fuck! Just need a white mana. Just need a white mana. We could put Mantle of Webs onto this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Because it feels like we're gonna have to, like, protect ourselves. 4 or 5. That's not good. I could Banishing Light it. It's not attacking for some reason. Wait. Red and green is less than 7. It's not a creature. Ah, I've seen this one before. Okay. The worst part about this is his HP and my HP are based off of our actual things. We're still stuck with not enough mana. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. And we have to discard a card. I think we're gonna get rid of Vengeance. I have to discard 2 cards. I'm gonna get rid of Dawn of a New Age. Goblin token. Guess we'll just suppress him. And we'll can't attack because he has too many things with haste. Another forest token? What? Exactly what I need! I got knocked out on the first round. I didn't see my HP. I thought I was sitting fine on HP. That would have gone way better if I got just a single plains. Or like a dual land or something. But, you know, it's how it goes sometimes, I suppose. At least the Shuffler's better than Magic Arena. Okay, we got Samwise out, which means we're going to be producing a lot of food. Eat some of the food just to keep my HP up. We can get the Regalia out, and that'll help out with, actually a fair few things. So... and attack with the Regalia and him. Dream. Do. I think I'm gonna use Sam as the one who powers the Regalia. Ah, no, never mind. It's not what I thought it was. Never mind. There's another like halfling that I could have that gives me food whenever she attacks. Still, I'm gonna use Sam to power the Regalia. $13 damage in 1 attack? Nice! They exiled one of my stronger fighters, that's fine. Another food token produced. We'll go into the Dungeon of the Mad Mage because I like its benefits. The first benefit is 1 HP, but you know, you get 2 goblins at another place, a scry, and a couple other things. Some of the other dungeons are a little bit iffy in terms of their benefits. Attack with everything. That wasn't so bad. Huh. Target player loses 2 HP. Exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. 2 HP for 1 black mana. So that's like the black version of Bolt, not Bolt. Maybe Bolt. I forget what it's called. There's a red mana, like, oh, it's Shock. It's like the black mana version of Shock, except it also has Escape, which means it can be used twice during a single match. So technically better, technically, very technically though, because of its escape costs, it's kind of iffy. Cursed Lord. Oh, jeez. That doesn't sound very good for me. Interesting that he starts with a Prowess Haste. I hate blocking this early, but I kind of have to. We're going to get this out. That'll allow me to draw another card, but more importantly, next turn I'll put down a 0/4 wall. And then after that I can put out the ram. And that should keep his ground units from getting me quite so much. And then after that I could sting the one that's flying. He can't block. Interesting. We're not out of the danger zone yet, though. The ram does heal me, too, if you're wondering. Okay. We're gonna get a 1/1 out real quick. It's not the best use of that particular thing, but it may. Yeah. Okay, at least he didn't attack. If he attacked, that would have been really bad. If we do this, we'll get some HP down the line and also additional card draw. But he may attack us quite a bit before then. If we do this, we can get some land and possibly some a defender whenever he does attack, but that's not going to do much for my HP. I could also hit him with this, and I'll keep his boys with prowess from getting too powerful and just killing me. Let's do Stampede first. And we will not attack, partially because he would not block it and he would just let it go through, and this will be tapped the next turn, which would be bad news for me. Okay, I think we do Regalia, and we tap the wall token and attack like this. Regalia does not... I just realized Regalia does not have Vigilance, which is very unfortunate for me. I thought it did. I was thinking of the cargo ship. Alright, the extra mana is going to be super nice. But we're in a situation where if we don't do anything, he's just going to attack with everything and kill me next turn. We're at lore 3 on this. Next turn this disappears. If I block 2, he still has 3 damage coming in. Unless he uses a spell, in which it would be 4 damage. Alright, well, that's not good. Damn it, knocked out of the first match again. I think we were close to having that field, it's just all that haste. Kind of kept me on the back foot that entire time. If I had someone generating food or getting more mana out there, could have probably tore that back from the brink, but it just didn't happen. Let's get the cat out. We ain't blocking on this one. So we need to get some of our HP back every turn. Yeah, that's fine. Both of these cards have lifelink. Actually, pretty good get, considering. Okay, we're up to 13 HP. The enemy's getting mana screwed, I'm noticing. Finally got another mana. My chocobo's about to disappear. Alpha Strike. Chocobo disappeared, that's fine. I'm going to get this out. It brings a forest out to the battlefield while it comes out, which is kind of useful, honestly. Pretty useful. Hey, got another copy of that card. Harpy Ascend. Get this. City's Blessing. Put a 1/1 counter onto him. Sacrifice it unless you pay mana. That's the reason why he couldn't do anything. He constantly had to pay the mana cost for this thing. It's not that great of a card, I'll be honest. We didn't get any money out of that, so we gotta do another match here. Only this Rakdos devil beat me last time. Flying and lifelink. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's get it's only a 1/1, so let's get this out and we'll be able to sustain off of we'll be able to sustain off of the food tokens that this produces. If anything scary comes out, we can use Banishing Light. Okay. Rakdos Locket. I think I've used that before. In Arena back when I was playing a lot more on Arena. Well, there goes that character. Let's get the Regalia out. It's considered a legendary artifact, so it gets the additional benefits from the flowering white tree. Get this down. Okay. Still not blocking, which is fine with me. You destroyed the cat, that's not great. But I can't get it back. It has the Embalm ability, which means I can play it from my graveyard once. Gonna go ahead and eat this food. And we're going to tap the cat to attack. Yeah, son of a bitch. Okay, deals 4 damage to me and I discard a card. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like deal another 4 damage to me than what I was seeing there. Regardless of what I do, it's not gonna be lethal. But what I am going to do is buff up this so that this gets 4 HP back whenever he attacks. I'm also going to do this. Now it's 5 HP and lethal, so we're attacking. It's not lethal, because he had lifelink on that thing that just died. At least I'm not dead. We'll do the exact same thing we just did. Cool. We survived that one. That was pretty decent. And no mana, or no money. That's an interesting one. Did get the artifacts. Artifact to tap for mana. It can become a 3/1 black and red devil. And this sacrifice it to draw a card. Okay. Pretty decent artifacts, if I'm being completely honest, if you're going for a red-black. Dross. I was trying to remember. What the fuck name is that? Gix? Gixian? But no, it's Dross. Should have played the botanical first. I'm a fool. Sparring Construct. When that dies, it gives a 1/1 to something else that's on the field. He's using a lot of artifacts, I'm noticing. There's going to be a situation where we're kind of racing him. Well, that needs to die. So we're going to get rid of that first. That was a tap. That particular card was a tap to put a 1/1 on each artifact creature you control. It's actually a pretty amazing card, if I'm being honest. Also, French background? French flag background? This card has lifelink, which is going to be like super duper useful. Let's kill this real quick because honestly it could tank for him. He hasn't put anything too scary on the field yet, which is nice. He's actually having mana issues, I'm noticing. Next turn, because of this, we may be able to do the summon of the Knights of the Round. Now that's scary. But not as nearly as scary as like what I just put down, so we're fine. Okay. Trample enters the battlefield tapped and doesn't untap during your next step. Untapped step. Whenever you cast a historic spell, untap him. That must have been what untapped. Oh, we have it indestructible right now. Alright. So we're gonna have most of our guys attack him, and then these three will attack the Planeswalker. Planeswalker is down. More tokens enter the field. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Mostly because I can. And we'll do an Alpha Strike. Can't be blocked this turn. Okay. I was thinking of the other bookcase. There's another bookcase that actually what it does is it makes it explores the dungeons whenever it goes off. Like the knight that I have in my my freaking deck. Ah, still no fucking... God damn it. No money. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card. When it dies, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control. I mean, those are pretty decent, like, that's a pretty decent start for an artifact deck, those cards I just got. One allows you to cycle your deck faster, and the other one gives you whatever cards that are remaining a little bit of a boost. If we get Paradox Zone out, that's gonna be pretty silly pretty quickly. Well... Issue. I put this onto this character, but it's gonna cost her own mana to do that. Still worth? No, not worth, because I don't have enough mana. I have the wrong type of manas out. she'll act as our blocker, and hopefully they don't just straight up kill it. She also has vigilance now. Okay. Now we get the Paradox out. Paradox is one of the more powerful cards I have. Basically, it produces tokens that double in damage every turn. So it starts off at 2, and it just goes up from there. Using the Regalia to get some extra mana out. He's too scared of this card to attack now. Okay, we're up to 8. Do the same thing as usual, except also include this new fractal token that we made. Lost our Regalia, that's fine. It's already kind of paid for itself. He has to start blocking. And we're just gonna Alpha Strike him because he can't block all of this. That last fractal token we made was up to like 30 toughness and power. Be'lakor. Oh, from fucking Warhammer 40k. I just got a really rare card. Enters the battlefield, you may draw X cards and you lose X health, where X is the number of demons you control. Whenever another demon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any other target. To any target, so that could be the enemy player's health pool. Well, we got Be'lakor. I didn't know Be'lakor was in Warhammer 40k. I thought he was a Warhammer fantasy thing. Problematic. This card is problematic for me right now. Very, very problematic. That one's not that great for me either. Alright, well, it's only doing 1 damage per turn. We can counteract that by just having this guy out. And this guy's lifelink will really help out as well. Though these guys are immune to white. Should be fine. Yeah, should be fine, because I don't think the things generated by this are considered a color at all. Oh, destroyed that. He was scared of it. It's 4-3. Yeah, I can't block that. Ah, that son of a bitch. Okay. That protection from white really screwed me over, kind of. It's not a big deal. I didn't have any money on me. This whole thing is about me trying to find some money for that arena, by the way. Which, we will eventually. Taking a quick look at my stats on the stream to make sure I'm not dropping any frames or anything. Pretty good mix of mana and creatures, that's good. Okay. We'll get her out. She gets some additional things if she gets 1/1s put onto her. And then we'll get the Fall of the Imposter out. So she'll have lifelink, and that'll bring me a little bit closer to a decent amount of HP. We'll get the goat out, because it's a good blocker, but also gives me 1 HP every turn. Take that one. Oh, there goes, what's her face? This goat is actually one of my, not better cards, but one of the more useful cards I have in my deck, because like, I started off with such a small amount of HP. That 1 HP every turn really did help out. I destroyed one of my specialty lands. Let's go ahead and do this. Eat up that card. We're also going to make it so that the horse can't block. Now that the horse can't block, we should be good to go. No money, son of a bitch. Honestly, all I need to do is win 1 match in that arena. I'll have the money to attempt the arena multiple times after that, even if I lose on the 2nd match. Master Black Wizard, huh? We can work with this. Oh, I see. So this guy generates tokens whenever another non-token creature with 2 or less power enters the field. It doesn't sound like all that much, but it's really good when combined with some other stuff. Yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing here. I'm also not liking how much mana I'm pulling. How about Sting? Oh yeah, that'd be pretty good. Right about now. Zombies get 1/1. Create 2 1/1. Okay. 2/2 and flying. Okay, and vigilance. Now that works for me. And we got some mana to cast another creature, or another creature. And now... Oh, god damn it. We have to block as much as we can. Paradox Zone is here, but I don't think we're going to survive long enough to actually use it. If that came a little bit sooner, we would have been fine. Okay. God damn it. Hopefully we win this and this guy gives me the money I need to do the arena. It's not looking good. God damn it. Well, at least it gives me a little bit of mana. God damn it. Okay. A lot of this has protection from white. I think we need... these guys are a little bit stronger than I was hoping. We have 3 mana, technically. When we get this down, that may prevent them from attacking, but they may also see it as... all of them attacking at once will just kill me, right? Yeah. And the protection from white. That's fine. We had no money either way. That battle was a little extra difficult because I started it with not enough mana in hand, and also I didn't start it at max HP. When you only have like 11 HP, you know, it's a little bit more difficult to survive the opening rounds. All we need is 1 white mana and we should be pretty good to go. Well, that's not good. I'm just gonna concede. Alright, round 2 with this Death Knight. Dark Knight, I guess. And the music stopped. Okay, we can work with this. Get the Naturalist out first. It reduces the cost of all of my enchantments. This out. Draw this out. Is a legendary... No, it's just an enchantment creature. This is a legendary creature, and that'll give me a little extra mana from this as well. And I will attack to get some HP back. Protection from white and red. It's a good thing I have this. Let's get her out first. She'll give me some extra mana as well when she comes out. Let's see if he's willing to block this. He is. And he didn't die. Why didn't he die? First strike. He just has first. Okay. We have to block it, but we don't want to block it with anything that's good. Heirloom Blade. Let's seek something. And we are going to seek the king. Throw the king out. Gets me closer to where we need to be to actually keep ourselves alive here. We'll let the damage come through. Ooh, I forgot he has infect. Okay, a couple of options. We can use... We can attack and then convert this into a much stronger creature. We can also use this guy's activated ability. We can use the food token, but it's not going to do anything for my infect. Let me attack with these two. So she's a 7/7 now. I don't think he's going to choose to attack. He did attack. Interesting. That died because of the infect tokens, which, oh my god, this thing is so strong. By the way. My best bet is to start pumping this guy up and also producing things for them to attack. Because I can't let this attack me again directly. First strike and infect is a pretty nasty combination. He's gonna pump this up the moment I decide to block it. That's not white, is it? Ah, shit. I think that's considered white. That's no good. And not much I can do about those other two. Guess a Regalia would be able to do it. For the HP. Shit. It's not looking great. Protection from specific elements really is no good for me. Alright. Well, we can continue this another time. We're having a hard time. I think we made decent progress. We completed a few small things. We got some additional cards. We got some Final Fantasy cards, but I really wish I got the fucking at least one win on that Final Fantasy one, because the getting all those cards I drafted would have been real nice. Anyway, yeah, I think we'll call it here. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good time.